After a hotly contested start to the series, what's in store for us here? It's Game 2 of the ALDS between the American League's Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, and remember that this is just a 5-game series, so getting that first win under your belts is especially important right here. If they can get a second win now, they could really give themselves a good chance to move on.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Toronto Blue Jays.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, I think it's going to be really important to understand the pitcher that they're facing and make the adjustments as the game goes along. If this guy's in the zone, then be aggressive. Go up there hacking. But if he's trying to be effectively wild within the strike zone, then you got to be a little more patient and work the count.
Francisco Liriano is on the mound for Game 2. EK, what do you got?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Josh Donaldson is an MVP-type player because of his offense. But his defense is just as superb. He makes great plays, very athletic, and some of the things he does on a baseball field, you just can't imagine. I can't wait to watch him.
Jose Altuve strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight.
First pitch, 7:07.
And it's quickly 0-2. Liriano gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Saunders going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's his solo home run here leading off the ball game. His first homer so far in the series, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
Oh, man, look at these guys down there. You're not going to see a more fired-up dugout than those guys right now. What a big swing of the bat. You're in the postseason, you're on the road, you're facing a hostile crowd, and he comes up with the swing of his life right there to take the early 1-0 lead. This is huge.
Here's the center fielder now, Colby Rasmus. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
Oh, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
And you know, Ross is definitely liked by the pitchers, Matt. When they're working both sides of the plate, they tend to be pretty effective when he's making the calls.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, you can bet that he was a little teed off to give up that home run to the first batter of the ball game. But now he settles down here to bounce right back with a punch out on hitter number 2.
Here's Carlos Correa now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This is line to left. Saunders is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at someone.
George Springer will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That evens it up, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now, and 2 strikes here as well.
2 out, nobody on. To short. Tulowitzki is right there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But another look here at the solo shot leading off the ball game. Bottom of the first inning coming up from Rogers Center. It's now 1-0 Houston. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Lance McCullers will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this league.
With a moment now, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Kevin Pillar comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Jays, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. White just to the right of the mound. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting second.
Oh, man, would he like to have that swing back. I mean, he just missed hammering this ball, but just got underneath it a little bit. He's not going to be happy about that one because even he thought he was right on it.
Now to the plate, Chris Colabello, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Springer, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall.
I'm sitting up here thinking that once this ball gets down to the corner, it was going to be easy 2 bases. But he decided better of it rounding first, and he's going to hold on there with just a loud single.
Josh Donaldson takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Yeah, high fastball up and in, followed by a curveball down and away. 2 very different looks so far. And he's set up to go just about anywhere now.
A pause and the 0-2. Swung on and he went fishing in the dirt. In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance.
Well, that's a good confidence builder with a runner on base here in the first. This is definitely the man to worry about in this lineup. There's little question about that, so he'll be fired up about that one.
Edwin Encarnacion set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Lifted in the air to center field. Rasmus waits on it. And that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They still trail 1-0. Evan Gattis will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second.
Evan Gattis.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout and taken in out there for the first out.
Batting sixth.
These are the ones that are hard to swallow. You've got the count in your favor. 2-0, you get a fastball right down the pipe, you wind up popping it straight up. And that's a missed opportunity, folks. Big time.
Striding into the box, Tyler White. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And Liriano's ready. Here's the first pitch. In there, strike one.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Luis Valbuena into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. It's the Astros 1, the Jays 0. And here is Jose Bautista now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Jose Bautista.
Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Skied into straightaway right. Springer is under it. 1 down.
Batting sixth.
Dangerous count right there. 3-1. Dangerous pitch, too. He comes with the fastball, but he's going to live to tell about it as he gets him to loft an easy fly ball.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
1 out, nobody on. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike.
It didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with the running action on that two-seam fastball.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 1-2, here it comes. A little low, it's 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Russell Martin waits on deck. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And ball 4, so down to first goes Tulowitzki.
And you can see the reaction on the mound. He's saying there is no way that pitch was outside. It's a call I've got to have. Got to put that behind you, though, and move on.
Russell Martin steps in now. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike 1. You get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hitting, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
And, oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
It might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
So stepping in, Michael Saunders, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 1-1. On the ground is short. This could be 2. Altuve for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Marwin Gonzalez is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
Designated hitter.
Liriano into his motion. Here's the first pitch. And right back at it is Liriano as he gets ahead on the first pitch of the inning here, 0-1.
Yeah, he just really pulled off of that pitch. This is a two-seamer working its way down and away, and he wasn't even close.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, catcher Jason.
So one
Castro.
away, and here's the left-handed hitting catcher, Jason Castro. First pitch on its way. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
And this is low, ball 2, 2-1. Drilled on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The second baseman, number 27, Jose Altuve.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A ball hit hard to the left side. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Looks like Liriano's got it working now. His club trails 1-0. Leading off the inning, Darwin Barney, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Darwin Barney.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And that's swung on and missed on a pitch down, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
To short, hit hard. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin Pillar.
Kevin Pillar in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Hit down the third base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Wow, no chance of getting on top of that fastball. I mean, that's helmet level right there.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Now batting.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Gets him fishing for it. Then nice work to tidy up behind the plate and make the put out at first.
Standing in now, Chris Colabello. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup. So you can't let your guard down.
Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
The 0-2 home. That misses, 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
2 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail this one 1-0. Colby Rasmus is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Liriano has his target. Here's the 0-2. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Here's Carlos Correa now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Hit to short. Tulowitzki gloves it. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
And it had been a little while since they had any action on the base pass. He retired 10 in a row until that base hit right there. And now they're going to have to find a way to string a couple of these together.
Digging in to try it again, George Springer. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0. Hit sharply toward the right side. Bautista is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
And that's actually a lot tougher play than it looks out there in right field. You know, sometimes off of a right-hander's bat, that ball can kind of curl away from you, but he stays right with it to put it away.
Evan Gattis is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you he wanted that swing back, too. He got a fastball to hit, and it seemed like he put a good swing on it, but he just missed it.
Oh, and he misses it. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
One left for Houston, but they're up 1-0. Leading off the inning, Josh Donaldson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Yeah, that's two really good breaking balls in that sequence. Here's the last one. And at the plate, he's probably thinking, I'm not going to see that same pitch again. But they go right back to it. They double up with it, and they get him to swing and miss again.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. One out, nobody on. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Oh, not fooled one bit by the changeup as he smokes this one to deep left field. That one will not be coming back. A home run. So a solo home run for Edwin Encarnacion. His first homer here in the series as the Blue Jays are even now at 1 run apiece.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he'll take a look at ball one. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. This is drilled, but right into the shed. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Troy Tulowitzki steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And a ball, 1-0. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. That's wide, 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Set. Here's the 3-1. In the dirt, and now let's see. But fortunately here, no advance. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
Yeah, he knows he's already given up 1 home run in the inning. So this wasn't the most aggressive sequence we've seen. He winds up losing him on 3 and 2.
Russell Martin is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. Here's the first pitch to him. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. Springer is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
A little bit of a risk there with 2 away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Michael Saunders gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
In there at the knees, strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 1 run on 3 hits. 1 error thus far for Toronto. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now. Where are you going here?
I'm throwing that same pitch again. Make him prove that his plate discipline is such that he can lay off it twice in a row.
This is in the air out to right. On the move is Springer. Knocks 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. Around third and being waved on home. And he is in to score as well. And they've taken the lead now. It's 3-1.
So much for shortening up and putting the ball in play. This is a big swing right here with 2 strikes. And he's going to get rewarded for it as he drives in a couple of runs here on the double.
Into the box, Darwin Barney. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. You get the sense that things are starting to get away from him a bit out there.
It all comes from falling behind hitters and then having to come in there with something good to hit. That's going to get you every time.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gaddis is in pursuit, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 4 full. The Blue Jays on top, 3-1. Tyler White will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Hard hit ball towards the hole, and that is through into right field for a single.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. Well, this is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Luis Valbuena in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. One and 2 as he chases the slider. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
Good battle. Count remains full. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Tulowitzki for 1. On to first, not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Two out with the man at first. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
Look out. All over the place now. 3-0.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And that's over. 3-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Oh, and you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
Jose Altuve digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Remember, this guy homered off him earlier in the ballgame, so he may be a little gun-shy this time around. Understandable.
Colby Rasmus will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Liriano sets, and the pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Hard liner toward short, but this is right to Tulowitzki at short, and that'll end the inning. Astros leave them loaded, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Kevin Pillar will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And that misses for ball 1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
He just keeps getting himself into trouble out there. Here's another guy that you've got to make swing the bat.
The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now. Chris Colabello will be next. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. belted high in the air out to left. Gaddis ranging back. Gone! A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series, as the Jays have opened it up now to 4-1.
Well, let's run through the sequence here on Show Track. He's going to try and wait him out up there. Looks at 3 straight balls and then the automatic take on 3-0. Finally he says, I got to swing sometime. He absolutely crushes this ball in the 3-1 pitch.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Chris Colabello. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Drilled right back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Jordan Jankowski is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Josh Donaldson will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guy, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
He's set. Here it comes. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Left side. Valbuena's got it. Altuve for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Oh, it's just so nice to be able to bring in a reliever that can get you a ground ball. Sure enough, first batter he faces, he gets him to hit the ball on the ground, and it turns into a very important double play.
Edwin Encarnacion now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. Tap foul at home plate. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Jose Bautista would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The shift will be of little importance here, as this is lifted in the air out to left field. Gaddis is underneath this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Jays add 1 more on the solo home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 4-1 in favor of the Jays. Carlos Correa will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, If they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start happening.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Good changeup there as he takes command, 0-2. High and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Pilar to the track, to the wall. And this one is gone. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer here in the series. And the Astros are back in business. It's now a 4-2 game.
And about the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's George Springer as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Well, they're saying 417 feet the distance on that last home run. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Three and 0 now.
And this is just a guy that's going to be happy to take a walk, so I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't challenged him a little bit more from the mound.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Evan Gattis steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Barney for 1. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch. And that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what? Thank you very much.
Tyler White will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. First offering on its way. Runners on the move for second. Hit hard up the middle. To second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Astros get a run here courtesy of the solo homer. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Astros 2. Jose Bautista gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Right fielder, Jose Bautista.
From the stretch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
You know, when I see Jose Bautista at the plate with that high leg kick and plate coverage, I kind of feel sorry for the pitcher. I mean, this guy's the man up there.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. very high, 2-1.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rasmus is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Troy Tulowitzki digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Into the seats, 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. Ripped down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he takes ball 4 again. And clearly, guys, they just don't want any part of him in this one.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping the hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time, and he winds up losing him.
Russell Martin will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Rasmus. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael Saunders.
In now, Michael Saunders. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Low for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. A little late that time as he swings and misses for strike 1. Hit out towards second. Altuve has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Toronto, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Brett Cecil is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 27, Brett Cecil.
Leading off the inning, Luis Valbuena, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
So often, playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
And even with the new pitcher in there, I think you tip your cap a bit to that starter. I mean, he gutted out 6 tough innings, and he's given his guys a good chance at victory if this bullpen can hold the lead.
Marwin Gonzalez stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Cecil's ready. First pitch on its way. And this is low, ball 1. Line toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. Still down by a count of 4-2. Pat Neshek will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Pat Neshek.
Darwin Barney will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Darwin Barney.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Well, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. He's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Kevin Pillar will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. It was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
In now, Chris Colabello. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Jose Altuve comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Joaquin Benoit will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Joaquin Benoit.
Jose Altuve strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Jose Altuve.
Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. Tulowitzki is there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Blue Jays trying to hold on here at the Rogers Center. They lead it here in the 8th as you get a look at the line score to this point in the contest. Colby Rasmus digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Benoit's ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Full count, 3-2.
Now, 3-2 with a 2-run lead. This has to be in the strike zone. You can't work the corner here. This has to be right at it.
And that misses for ball 4.
The batter, number 1, shortstop
Carlos Correa will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Here comes the first pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
This one's down to third. Donaldson's there. Varney for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Not really your prototypical double play ball here. This is a high chopper, so they wind up taking the force at second, and that's all they're going to get.
George Springer stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw. And it goes to third. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
And that's not the first time he's had the bat taken out of his hands. You see right there, a lot of pitchers just said, hey, with an open base, forget about it. I'm going to let the next guy try to beat me.
Evan Gattis steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ballgame, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
I think he's still a little hacked off from that previous pitch getting called a strike, so then he goes way out of the zone for that one.
Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. On to first, and the Astros can't cash in as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Astros. They trail it here 4-2. Josh Donaldson will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole. Hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
These guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. And sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Edwin Encarnacion now. Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike one. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Nobody out, runner on first. And this is a ball to Encarnacion. 2-1 now.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
The 2-1 on its way. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. A runner at first with no outs here. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
I know my job here is to be an analyst and to try and add some insight to what's happening on the field, but folks, words cannot describe how badly he got pulled on that pitch. I'm not even going to try.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
The key here as a first baseman, you've got to be able to stay focused on the baseball, which is easy for me to say. I don't have half a bat heading my way, but that's a nice job down there to take this one in.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now as he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. The Jays are out in front 4-2. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Tyler White will be the one to start things off with his guys in danger of seeing this series leveled at a game apiece, barring a 9th inning rally. Roberto Osuna is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 54, Roberto Osuna.
Striding in to start the 9th, Tyler White, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Tyler White.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
On the ground up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
At the plate, Luis Valbuena. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, a rough day so far. He's already got a hat trick, so I think it would be nice just to see him put some wood on it.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
And after 3 strikeouts already, you can bet he's going to be pressing up there at the plate, trying to make something happen. And that just might make things worse.
And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
Yeah, an important first out there. Now, he's not out of the woods yet, especially since the tying run will still be at the plate. But now if he can get a ground ball, he could end this thing right here.
Into the box now, Marwin Gonzalez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. The win would belong to Francisco Liriano should the lead hold up. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? Tulowitzki for 1. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yep, and one last double play here to end it, and that puts the capper on a good win for these guys, and they really played well.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and prove your mettle. I think his performance here was by far the big key to this ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Blue Jays come out on top, 4-2. Good night from Toronto.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays.